No, because we've been negotiating with Shell for years. And there's been so much obfuscation and so many lies, actually, and so much greenwash. They've absolutely put lip service to, yes, yes, we're interested in renewables, yes, 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 but they've continued without cessation to extract, and they've continued their plans to drill in the Arctic. They have plans to drill until 2030, and if they take out of the Earth all the oil they want to take out, you look at the science, our temperature will rise 4 degrees Celsius by 2030, and that's not sustainable.
Is there a path for you straight to the President of the US?
Well, I could try ringing him, I suppose, but I don't think that that would help. I think that successive governments, including his, have been too much in the pockets of the big oil companies. I think it's very difficult for governments to break away from that.
Would it be useful for you, on a matter of the Arctic, for example, to get yourself arrested? Does that sound useful?
It depends, I suppose. I mean, today I would have been, I suppose, a good news story for Greenpeace, and arrests are useful to them. I could just hear the sort of distant sound of all the PR people in the Shell offices in the big buildings going, "Don't arrest her, do not arrest the big mouth, please don't do that." So they didn't.
How do you choose? I mean, there will be people watching this saying there are currently thousands of people drowning in the Mediterranean. What odd timing to go and talk about Arctic and oil and the environment, as opposed to, you know, what Britain has to do about the refugee crisis.
No, I'm really glad that you brought that up, because of course it's profoundly connected. Our refugee crisis, which, let me tell you, if we allow climate change to go on as it's going, the refugee crisis we have at the moment will look like a tea party compared to what's going to happen in a few years' time. Because if we allow climate change to continue, there are going to be entire swathes of the Earth that will become uninhabitable. And where are those people going to go? Where do we think they're going to go? We're looking at a humanitarian disaster of proportions we simply can't imagine.
So is that still the answer to the refugees drowning in the Mediterranean today, this week?
Today, this week, the answer to the refugees drowning in the Mediterranean is not that. No, it's to do with bringing in, we have to open our doors certainly to more refugees. The idea of 3,000 people in Calais who've been through unspeakable things, I mean, it makes me feel very ashamed.
So why do you think we're not doing it this time around? I mean, you've got sort of Germany, who seems to be opening its doors, and you've
800,000.
got the UK that isn't.
No, it's not good enough. And also, we're not even meeting our quotas. That's really shaming. So I think it's got a lot to do with racism. I think if these people were white Europeans that were coming from some dictatorship in Bosnia or somewhere where, if they were turning up, I think we would feel quite differently about it. And I think that it is the mark of a civilized and a skillful and humane society. And I use the word skillful advisedly, because we're so unskilled in our responses to strangers on our shores.
Who needs to be the powerful voice that says what's happening now is not working?
Well, you know, it's a very good question. I mean, I would hope that there were statesmen and women out there with the kind of sense of decency, of common humanity out there, who would find it possible and indeed incumbent upon them to stand up and say, we need to help these people. They're not just coming over here because they want an easy ride. They've been through hell. There's 3,000 of them in Calais. That's nothing. We've got plenty of room for them.
You're on record as being a Labour supporter. Clearly your heart is with a lot of green issues. Is this a moment where you feel more pulled towards the Labour Party than the Green Party?
I'm very torn. I mean, the Labour Party have been useless, actually, on green issues, but I think Corbyn's quite sound on them. We can't open the mines again. Sorry about that, but it's the dirtiest energy there is. But I think he is very sound, and that he would be very intelligent and he would be willing to face the transition that we're all going to have to face.
And do you think Labour could get into power with Jeremy Corbyn?
Yeah, I do.